Hi, everybody. Welcome to TV Guide Live. I'm Alex Zalman, managing editor for TVGuide.com. I'm joined by two very special guests today. One of them is our awesome editor, Sadie Guinness. Thank you so much for being here, Sadie. And we are joined once again by Carleigh from Chowhound. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy to be back.
So last time we were here, you talked us through a couple of recipes about Vampire Diaries.
I did.
Which was pretty new for you. But today we're going to talk about You're the Worst, which at least you watched a couple of episodes.
I have. I did a little bit of research before this, so
right,
yeah,
cool.
I'll be well versed in this show, a little better than last time.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. But Sadie, you are our You're the Worst expert. At this point, you've interviewed, I think, the entire cast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's coming up on season 3? It premiered last night.
Oh, there's so much going on this season. Last season was all about Gretchen's clinical depression, and starting next week, we're going to get to see her really try and learn how to cope with that better and get into therapy.
But in a funny way, but also funny stuff is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's a little dark humor.
This show will make me cry from laughing, but also just like straight up ugly cry. Like this season is going to get pretty dark again while still having that sort of like caustic humor it's known for.
Cool. Well, before we get too much into this darkness, let's cook some stuff. You guys, we want to get your questions. Send them in facebook.com/TVGuide or Twitter #TVGLive. We're going to be getting to them throughout the show, but let's get into the recipes. Carleigh, what's the first thing you got for us?
So I thought we would start with the trash juice, just so we would have a beverage to enjoy for the rest of the show. So.
Oh, wait. Do you want to give the context for those who haven't watched the show? What's trash juice?
Trash juice is an alcoholic beverage literally made in a trash can.
Hence the trash can.
It's Lindsay's brother-in-law, Vernon, makes it for, his dudes, his bros, whenever they have fancy gatherings. And it's basically glorified jungle juice.
Yes, essentially.
It's a bottle of vodka, some Kool-Aid, and fruit thrown in a trash can, or if you're trying to be sneaky, popcorn tins.
Yeah, and each episode, they've done this in 2 episodes so far, it destroys the party. So hopefully this won't destroy the show, but tell us how we make trash juice, Carleigh.
So it's really simple. The beauty of trash juice is it really requires no measurements, no expertise, no talent whatsoever. It is easy enough to make that college students across America make it every day. So you take whatever vessel you're using here. We're using a trash can. Again, you mentioned you could use a popcorn tin. Very resourceful, big bowl, bucket,
Gatorade
whatever.
Container.
Gatorade container.
Classic.
That's a great use for a Gatorade container. There are a lot of options, but I personally like the look of this beautiful tin trash can.
I'm very excited that our producers were able to get this. This is awesome.
Yes, it's pretty easy to find actually, so it could be yours too. So you just start off with your trash bin. You see we have it lined in case it's not a tightly fitted trash can and all the liquid will go running out. But so we already have a little bit of water and some ice in here, but I'm going to have Sadie again, who was wonderful last time making cocktails, help me out. So you just want to pour more water in there. Again,
how much more water?
Just do what you feel. I would say fill it up maybe halfway because as you can see, we're about to throw in a lot of different ingredients. So you don't want to get, too aggressive in your water pouring. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
You're so nervous.
I know cocktails. You're going to be an expert soon enough.
Listen, the last time you sprayed the entire studio down with tequila,
true.
but that was last time. You're an expert now.
Cocktail shakers this time, though.
Right,
so you're
going
to be, you're going to own this. Okay, this magical powder, which is an unnamed brand.
A fruit punch.
Perhaps Kool-Aid, fruit punch. And you just basically I would pour in 1/3 of the powder. Honestly, again, it's to taste, so it depends on how sweet you'd like it, or you know what, or half, or 3/4. That works too.
I like how fast you grab that.
I'm like, give that to me.
I don't know why you let me do
It's
this.
good. Okay, so if you stir it, no, you're doing a great job, Sadie. You're really. I give you all the hard pass, so honestly, it's my
The other thing is this sounds really nice. It sounds
it sounds like trash.
Yeah,
so,
no, it does sound like
it's very apropos noise, sound effects here. Okay, great. So now you want to taste it.
Okay.
Just take a little, it might be difficult with that shallow spoon, but just to make sure it's the level of sweetness you want. Remember, you're going to put a lot of alcohol in here, so the sweeter the better, in my opinion. Ice, too. Is it good? Is it okay? More? I mean, we can go like full can here.
I honestly can't tell. I literally just got ice.
Ice? Okay, I'm gonna add a little more for color, so
Okay.
nothing like a little more powder. Okay, stir it up.
Yeah, I feel like when you're going Kool-Aid, it has to be the wrong shade of red. Like it's on the
Right,
side
it needs to be
of-
like a very
that's not right.
aggressive, bright shade of red.
Yeah, that's not nature.
I'm gonna get
No,
it this
yeah,
time.
exactly. As unnatural as possible is essentially the goal here.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, oh, that's about
You
right.
got it.
Jello colored red right there.
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
That's sweet, perfect. Okay, so
Alright.
now we're gonna make ours with vodka, but again, there are no rules in Jungle Juice. So you could use some tequila, gin, whatever floats your boat. Everclear is perhaps the more
go-to.
intense version, go-to, yeah. But if you're classier and more adult, I would go vodka.
Yeah.
Personally, but yeah. So just take the vodka.
That's the tequila.
That's the tequila. It's
I'm an
misleading,
adult.
but yeah,
There you go.
you're an adult. Okay, so I'll
Yeah,
let you
you-
take
you
a
do this.
break. Yeah. So just make it rain vodka. Again, no measurements. I'm a
I believe
little.
on the show they use the entire bottle of
Do
vodka, but
This
it's a
is-
much larger trash
I'm
can.
gonna say it's a larger
Also,
trash
we have to
can.
go back to work after this.
I don't know what you're talking
And we
about.
don't want the
but-
studio to smell like vodka for the rest of the time. So stir that up. Great. And now this last part, which is very easy. You take whatever fruit you think is gonna go well with this. As you can see, we have this beautiful array of fruits. So apples, oranges, grapefruit, lemon, plums, peaches, nectarines, whatever's in season, whatever's out of season. Just put it in, and then we're done. So
All right.
pick whatever fruit here. I'll help you.
All right, yeah.
Alex, you
Can I
can
do a
throw some.
couple?
Yeah, yeah.
Just throw a bunch of
Yeah,
fruits in?
just
All
go
right.
to town.
That's
And
easy.
you'll
That's-
see that
that's
these
a thing
wedges
I
are
can do.
a little large, which may not be ideal for your cup, but I would recommend dicing them. But again, whatever you feel good about will work. All right, so now, voila, you have trash juice. That's all it is.
That's it?
Yeah,
Do you let
that's
it.
it.
Do you need to let it sit at all so it marinates?
Well,
I mean,
that's
we're not
actually
going to,
that's a
but-
very good point. The longer you let it sit, it's going to absorb, the fruit's going to absorb the alcohol, so
Mm-hmm.
be careful. That is the silent killer there, is
Okay.
the fruit that's been soaking in the alcohol. So, yeah, and then you enjoy.
All right.
All right.
How do we?
How do we get it?
I
Yeah,
believe
how
in the show they just
You know what?
scoop it out.
These
Yeah.
aren't solo cups, unfortunately, so they're going to be a little difficult. We try to get a little too classy here, so I'm just going to use the Kool-Aid cup. And, you know, oh, look at that beautiful
my gosh.
color.
Beautiful.
There for
Amazing.
you,
Thank you very
Alex.
much.
And Sadie, some apples and limes. I hope you like them. Oh, nothing prettier than a beautiful, fresh bowl of trash juice.
It's like sangria, but
But less fresh and cheaper, exactly. Yeah, so that's it.
All right. Very
All right.
Cool. We'll wait for you to get a glass, and then
There we
we'll
go.
do
Yeah.
a toast to.
Well, to trash juice,
Yeah,
an American
hey.
treat.
There you go.
Okay,
All right.
that's delicious.
That's a thing.
something people drink.
Yeah, sure is. Well, while we're enjoying our trash juice, let's get to the first of the questions for you guys. Keep sending them in, facebook.com/TV Guide or hashtag TVG Live on Twitter. Lily on Twitter asks, do I need to watch from the beginning of You're the Worst, or can I start watching now? What do you think, Sadie?
I think you can just jump in right now, but there aren't that many episodes. So maybe this weekend you go, you start binging, but I want everyone to watch this show, and I think you kind of get a feel for these people right in the season premiere. So I say jump in, and then you can go back and sort of binge the rest. It's all on Hulu, which you can get ad-free, so it really won't take that much time.
Yeah, Carleigh, you started with the season premiere, right?
I had seen one show prior, actually, but yes,
So how do you feel? Can people
Yeah, can you
jump right
jump
in?
in?
Oh yeah, for sure. The
Okay.
humor is very, kind of off the cusp, inappropriate, dark, but also laughing, crying combination. Yeah, you can definitely jump right in. That's not like a plot line where you're like, what's going on? Who are these people?
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
Just because it's
apparently the
trending all over
liner
the place?
doesn't doesn't
that's
do
great.
it. Yeah, that's okay.
There we go.
Party foul.
Party
yeah,
foul.
that's fine. That's
yes,
fine.
exactly.
We'll clean it up later. Thank you very much, Aaron, one of our producers, who is awesome at grabbing things in the middle of the broadcast. But yeah, there you go. You can jump right into You're the Worst, and let's jump right into the next recipe.
Yes.
Let's do it. This is one that ties into the premiere, right, Sadie?
Correct.
Yes. Edgar loves, well, Edgar always makes Jimmy and Gretchen breakfast food. Breakfast nachos is sort of what he's been famous for. But this year, he started making them breakfast tots, which I had
best.
never known was a thing, and they look
best.
so good.
I mean, honestly, tachos are a dream. They're the perfect combination of protein and fat and salt and, I mean, who doesn't love potatoes?
And it looks like a good kind of food, like the morning after you drink a lot of trash juice.
I mean, they're yin and yang here for sure. It's like trash juice is obviously where the hangover comes from, and then the hangover cure is right in front of you, tachos.
All right,
So,
there we go. So let's get into it. How do you make the tachos?
So tachos, super simple. Actually, the show did a great job of showing how to make them. So if you really want to know how to make them, I would recommend watching the show. But we have our tacho bar here. You would saute the peppers and the onions and then do the chorizo, which is my favorite. Have that all in one pan. Bake the tater tots separately. And then combine it all together. So you want to do that? Any requests? You want
we should
everything
explain
all?
that, technically, we're not allowed to use a flame here
Yeah,
in the
so we're-
building, so you're going to have to use your imagination
Yes.
that this was
But if you
all
have
put
any
together.
questions, I will answer them on Chowhound.
All right, there you
So
go.
just post and we will answer them.
All right, well, let's see. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's
So
throw it all together.
I'm
I'm gonna drink
gonna
some trash juice
yeah
over here.
enjoy while you're watching. I'm gonna do all
the
the chorizo
chorizo.
because honestly you cannot half-ass that. Like chorizo has to be all the way. So you just put on the chorizo, mix it into the nachos, or I'm sorry, tater tot nachos, so tachos. And then if we had made this, in here, it would have been all together at this point in the pan. But here you go, you just mix it all together. And then from there, you can put on whatever toppings you want. So
This is a very cookie question. Do you have to worry about scratching the cast iron pan at all?
this is the best, honestly, the best tool you can have in your kitchen. Like a cast iron skillet is nearly indestructible. It rusts and you can fix it. It's an amazing thing. Everyone should own one.
All right.
It's a great,
There we go.
great item to have. But yeah, so I mean, yes, if you're really sensitive, yeah, the sound's not great.
But the pan will be fine.
The pan will survive. So then just the cheese, and if this were warm, I would recommend as soon as the tater tots get out, toss it all together. The cheese would melt and be super gooey and delicious and awesome. And then from there, you would just add the eggs. I threw in, this is not from the show, but I requested some sour cream and some avocado, and chives, I believe, actually were in the show, but I think it's always nice to have chorizo and avocado and sour cream together because it balances out the spiciness. So, yeah. So then you put the eggs on top. Are you guys cool with everything else?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Go for it.
Full
I'm
it
gonna
works?
I had lunch before this, and I realized how big
Why?
of a mistake that was.
Oh, no, yeah, this is your lunch, lady.
This is second lunch. I'm a
Yeah.
hobbit now.
Yeah, we all do meal pass here in the office. I wish they would do this. every
I
day.
mean, yeah, maybe it's a new business we'll start. Chowhound's Meal Pass with tachos.
Just bring
And you just
Yeah.
cook for everyone.
Yes, exactly.
perfect.
Yeah, so I'll serve this to you guys, but that's it. It's really simple, great for groups, really easy to do, if you're having friends over. I actually think it would be a great, since football season's coming up, it would be a great having people over breakfast dish while you're like getting ready to watch the game or...
Do you recommend cooking it on the stovetop, or do you recommend plopping it in the oven for any amount of time? Or anything like that?
So the first portion of the recipe is all on stovetop, like the sauteing, onions, all of that jazz, but the tater tots have to be in the oven.
Gotcha.
So, and we actually have a couple great tater tot recipes, homemade tater tot recipes if you don't want to go the frozen route on Chowhound. So check them out.
All right, there we go.
Yeah,
So
I'll
let's
serve you
try
guys
this.
up. Yeah.
Let's try some breakfast.
I'm sorry I don't have eggs for
nachos.
everyone, but Sadie, you're going to get the egg because you did the most work today.
Oh, I
That's
did
your
deserve
prize.
it.
Yeah, sorry, Alex. Next time.
It's all right. Eggs are gross.
Yeah, right. Who wants eggs? I actually have, if you want, You could also put poached eggs or a number of different type of eggs. So
Oh,
there
thank
you
very
go.
much.
Sadie, your epic plate. I might as well just give you the whole pan. But
So do you have a lot of recipes like this on Chowhound while you're
Yeah.
serving?
Yeah, we have, tons of breakfast recipes, a lot of really easy group, gathering recipes. So pre-made, or I shouldn't say pre-made, but dishes you can make easily the night before and then just pop it in the oven. And nobody wants to be running around the kitchen when they have people over. So yeah, tons.
Cool.
You guys should check them out.
While you're finishing serving
Yeah.
that, why don't we get to one more question, and then we'll do the rest of them after we taste. But Sadie, I guess for you, Kevin on Twitter asks, I haven't watched the show yet, but what can you compare the show to?
I remember when it first came out, people compared it a lot to It's Always Sunny and Seinfeld. But I feel like Seinfeld gets compared to everything. It's like a group of friends, Seinfeld. But I definitely see the comparison to It's Always Sunny about like a group of friends who do some terrible things, but like they're lovable and they feel very human and grounded. And it's definitely like a dark take on like a rom-com as
Yeah.
well.
All right, cool. Should we try this, or you're going to serve
Yeah.
yourself, or just
Yeah.
eat out of the
No,
pan?
I'm going straight for the pan. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's try
That's
the
actually a perfect condiment to go on top of it.
breakfast nachos.
This is honestly breakfast of champions right here. I think the trash juice might be the new mimosa or,
it's
Bloody
delicious.
Mary
It's all
of fall
tater tot
2016. Yeah.
And peppers, and yes, this
Struggling.
is delicious.
Yeah. I know these really beautiful, adorable plates are not super practical for this trashy
A little
situation.
spicy. A little bit.
A
I
little
should have
on
some trash
fuego.
juice.
Yeah. To cool your mouth off. Yeah. That's the chorizo.
Well, cool. Let's.
Yeah.
You good?
Good? Two
Awesome.
thumbs up?
All right. We're going to slam through a couple of questions
Yeah.
real quick. Get to those. If you have any last second ones, Facebook.com/TV Guide or hashtag TVG Live on Twitter. So Liz on Twitter asks, I don't know what FXX is. Where else can I watch the new season? That's actually a really good question.
That's a
because
great question.
I don't know what FX
I'm
is
a
actually.
huge It's Always Sunny fan. It started recording it for me, which was nice, but if I ever wanted to watch it live, I wouldn't know how to find it. So how else can you watch You're the Worst?
Well, first of all, FXX is a like sister channel to FX. They split it a couple years ago, so FX took all the dramas and the comedies live on FXX. But the first two seasons are available on Hulu, and I believe you can catch last night's episode on FX's website, fxnetworks.com.
And the Twitter account has been doing a really good job of live tweeting it with some fun GIFs. So if you just want to watch some GIFs, you can do that too, I guess. Elise on Facebook says, looking too dapper to drink trash juice, Alex. Thank you, Elise. Dennis on Facebook asks, what does the trash juice taste like? How would you describe it?
It's like an alcoholic childhood drink.
Yeah, it's like if you were
Combination.
gonna get a child drunk,
Right.
This is probably what I thought alcohol tasted like as a kid. Like when my
Exactly.
parents were sipping wine,
Right.
It's like this,
Oh, this
like,
is what it tastes like. So
sweet,
really, it's
watered
just
down.
Yeah, it's Kool-Aid with a bite.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have time for one more question, or rather, this is a statement. Brian on Facebook says, Yas, vodka on everything. So what do you think? Should vodka be on everything? And more to the point, go ahead, Sadie.
So I tried once to make dirt cake.
Yeah.
The pudding with gummy
Delicious,
worms in it,
yeah.
alcoholic, because I was like, people make everything alcoholic. And so I put a bunch of vodka in chocolate pudding.
No.
Vodka should not be on everything. It was so disgusting.
Yeah.
I didn't get drunk.
No.
It was just a huge waste of pudding.
Yeah.
And to the point of the show, they do a crazy amount of
Oh, an
drinking on the show,
absurd
to the
amount.
point that you would die. So don't, even though we're making the
Right,
recipes here,
yes.
maybe don't use it as an object
not
lesson.
condoning it. Yeah.
How you figure it out. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Carleigh, chowhound.com. That's
Yeah.
where people can check out
Yeah, everything, Labor Day recipes, whatever you need.
All right. Whatever you need. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
What
Wow.
a service.
Food.
You
One
guys,
service. Yeah.
We're off tomorrow and Monday for the Labor Day weekend, but we are regularly here every single weekday, 2 p.m. Eastern. So please tell people about it. Let them know. Ask us our questions if you want, anytime on Facebook or Twitter with hashtag TVG Live. The world of TV is very complicated. We'll guide you through it. We'll see you next time.